What is up, guys? My name is Andrew, and welcome back to Space Engineers. And oh no, we've got a red alert. We're almost out of iron. Look at this. 2.1k out of 100k. I thought we had like 300k iron. I guess it's all been going towards this stuff. And this stuff. And that stuff. Yeah, we're almost out of iron. We need to go and get more iron. But we also need to get more energy. All right, now that we have more energy, I think it's about time for us to go up to our control tower. In fact, you know what? Let's get back there. We're gonna do it legit. We're not gonna fly. We're gonna run because we can. We're gonna run the whole way. Just because we got these stairs and everything, and I want to be able to see if I can get there just by running, which I think I can because we've kind of done it before. But I think it's about time for us to actually set up some of those things, those right there, inside the control tower to make it look legit. And yes, this is the last time we're working on the control tower. I promise you. We've probably spent 5 episodes now working on the control tower. This was a good episode, I think. This one over here. That was a very colorful episode. I liked that episode. But once we get this, we're going to go and get some iron. And then once we get the iron, I think we might be able to move on to another project that one of you suggested. Now, this idea, I'll talk about that if we get to it, which we will. But this idea is something that I've been wanting to do for quite a few episodes, like 10 episodes now, after someone in the Discord server did something very similar. We almost fell there and almost broke our rule of not having to fly. But someone mentioned the thing that we want to do in the comments in the end of last episode, so I think it's probably about time to do that. But no secrets giving away, although you probably see it in the title of the video. Oh, shoot, what's this? We got something in the way. All right, we got to fly. But I'm going to go to the top of this thing. That was a pretty cool jump, I got to admit. So that we can set up some of these things. Oh, shoot. You know what? I forgot to see what we had to input. All right, 3, 2, 1, teleport. Sloop. Wow, I can't believe that actually worked. Dang. All right, well, anyways, we need to see what the things are. So I'm going to get my piece of paper out, actually. I'm going to write this stuff down so that when we go up there, we can write it down as well. So we're going to want a couple of these babies right here. Let's see. What did we put in here? Press K on it. We'll go all the way. Oh, so LCD inventory, colon, ingots. 1. Wait, so what's this one then? Is this ingots 2? This is ingots 2. What about this one? Ores 1. And ores 2. Now, did we have to put something in custom data? Oh, yeah, we did. Okay, so in this one, we put custom data for ingot, and in this one, we put custom data for ore. Okay, so I'm going to write this down on the separate page. You can probably hear me flipping pages. We're going to say you have to put LCD. What was it? LCD panel? It was LCD inventory. And then in the custom data, we had like ingots. Okay, so now we have that one. Let's wait. What is this one actually? This one is auto crafting. We don't really want another auto crafting thing because I think if we have 2 auto crafting things, that's going to probably mess with each other. But these ones will be fine since all it is displaying data, whereas this one actually has an input, which is the side right there. So we don't really want to mess with that. But these ones I also want to get. So I want to get a couple of these. Power graph 1. Did we just call them power graph 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, we did. And then what did we put in the custom data? We put battery, or in this one, in the case of this one, we put battery usage. Okay. Alrighty, I think we've got everything that we need. It's time to teleport back. 3, 2, 1, zloop! Oh, wow, here we go. Okay, it worked a second time. Wow, that's impressive. How awesome that I would not have thought it would work. Okay, let's get to what we need to do. Okay, so we have this level right here. So 1, 2, 3. And then over here, we probably also have 3. Yeah, we have 3 here. How many do we have up top? 1, 2, 3, 4, plus an additional 4, is it? Yeah, we have a lot up top. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do, or what we're going to do, is on the bottom where those 3 are, we're going, well, actually, hang on. Well, can we? We actually can. In the middle right here, we can put another one, which we will indeed do. So we're going to stick an LCD right here. And the reason I want to do that is because some of those actually had 2 LCDs down. So we're going to stick an LCD here. LCD, normal. And yeah, that looks good. And we're going to stick another one on the opposite side right here. Awesome. That's looking pretty good. Those right there are going to be 2 inventory LCDs. So inventory LCDs as well. And then over here, why is my color all weird? This. There we go. I changed the color. And then these ones over here are going to be usage LCDs, like the ones that we had showing the graphs. So these are going to be the power graphs, etc. So let's start with the power graphs. I think what I want to do Let's see. Okay, so we can have battery usage, solar, reactor, stored oxygen, and stored hydrogen. And there might be one or two more that we don't have elsewhere. But I'm thinking the stored oxygen and the stored hydrogen should go next to each other or something. Battery is going to go right here. This will be battery. How about that? So we're going to go in here, press K. Every kiss begins with K. How many of you remember those commercials? Do they still happen, actually? Do those commercials still exist? Power graph, I think it was. And then we're going to call this one CT1, Control Tower 1. Actually, Control Tower 2 underscore or 2 point, how about, yeah, Control Tower 2.1. So this is floor 2, number 1. And we're going to go into custom data and we're going to say battery. Battery! Anyone know that song? I know it's not much of a song what I sang, but yeah. It just says online. Now what? Do we just wait? Maybe we go into here and no, we don't want to show text. I think I got it right. Power graph. You know, my question is, why are nanites not mining the iron? Let's go to the nanite control factory and see for ourselves why the nanites are not doing that. Projection, cleanup, deconstruction, mining. Here we go. They've got mining targets. They're just not doing it. How peculiar. But why not? Perhaps if I take a... Oh, there's still iron here, so I don't know why they just haven't... Oh, this must be where the mole came in. Oh my goodness. Oh, the mole is scary. Oh, this must have... Oh my god, is this what the nanites have been doing? All this time, the nanites have been preparing for a war with me. What would happen if I fought against the nanites? If I did battle with my own nanites? Probably would not end well. Do I need to move one of these over there closer or something? Because that's clearly not getting enough attention. Tracking 6 LCDs, are ya? Well, there are 6, but there should be 7. So let's maybe we'll recompile you. You're still tracking 6. That's fun. Oh, it's a different grid. Well, that's why. Oh, I don't know that we can actually store information for our base on this grid then. No, that sucks because I don't think we can transfer. Grid thing. I mean, unless I... Does it show connected grids? Let's try something. Let's take another one of those cool little programmable blocks. And we're going to place it somewhere here. All right, we've made a small little a little programmable block on the roof of this poor little building. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to edit. Then we are going to browse scripts where we will find our is it power graphs? That's what it's called. We are going to then copy to editor. And finally, we're going to scroll down to our settings. So that, oh yeah, it's already good. Okay, press OK, recompile, tracking 1 LCDs, awesome. And for the moment of truth, will it work or will it twerk? I don't know. I'm bad at coming up with rhymes. I'm not a rapper. All right, let's go upstairs and see. Why am I flying? It's harder to fly than it is to run in this particular instance. Does not measured. Data not measured. Well, that's my fault because unfortunately it seems like we can't hook things up here to the actual grid over there because it doesn't actually deal with attached grids. Although let me go upstairs real quick and see if I can make it detect attached grids. I don't think I can though. Ugh, why am I running into so many things? Aha! There it is. Okay, we're removing our programmable block. Boom, you're gone. And over here, if we go back over here to this area, why didn't I just teleport? It would have been faster. We go back over here, click on our little edit button, scroll down a wee bit over to where it says data from connected large grid. Wait, display on LCDs of connected grids. That's what we want right there. So we're gonna set this to true, and then okay. Tracking 7 LCDs. All right, let's go and see if that fixed it. Did you fix our problem? Random setting that I found. Man, the developers of these things have really thought of everything, haven't they? And indeed they have. You can see our power is at full right now. So let's do another one then. If we know what we have to do, let's go over here, copy this. Copy that. Go over here, press K. Every kiss begins with, I already made that joke. 2.2. We're going to go to custom data and we're going to call this one usage, which should show us the usage of the base. Yes. Awesome. Next one. We'll do 4 of these. We'll go to this one. Rename it to 2.3. We're going to set the custom data to be solar so that we get our nice solar stuff. Wait. Whoa. Right, there we go. Okay. For a second, it was displaying something odd. All right. And then finally, last one for right now. We're going to go in here. 2.4. Custom data, and this one is going to be reactor to display reactor data. Let's wait for it to display that real quick. There we go. Now, I guess it's actually using the same settings as the other one, so that should be fine. Are you updating constantly? You don't actually look like you're updating, though. Oh, yeah. What did I set it to update? Every 5 seconds or so? Okay, that's fine. All right, yeah, I like it. That's looking pretty good. So we got these ones set up. We need to get these ones set up as well. Actually, you know what? Let's get these ones set up while we're here. Otherwise, we're just never going to do it. We're going to forget. All right, this one should now be showing our stored hydrogen from 10 minutes ago. What? That's a long time. And this one should be showing our stored... Wait, no. Stored oxygen, stored hydrogen. So we have 1.2 megaliters, is that? Of hydrogen stored, whereas we only have, or we have 598 kiloliters, I guess, of oxygen. I don't know why that's not like a weird graph and it's only at the top, but I guess that's fine. It's looking good. I like it. Let's go down and we need to figure out our iron problem quickly because a lot of the stuff that we need to build is made of iron. Right, so it's been a while since we've gone on one of these little mining expeditions together, but I think we should probably do one for old time's sake. I don't know if you guys remembered the season 1. It was literally only iron mining. That was the whole season. Iron mining and shipbuilding. Because we didn't have these nanites. Now that we have them, I think it makes it too easy. Although, I mean, it's different. I guess it's best to have, instead of having season 2 be exactly the same as season 1, it's better to have kind of different style, whereas this one's more focused on, you know, kind of building crazy things, whereas last season was more focused on getting started, getting going in a sort of organic way without too many mods. So, but what will season 3 bring, I ask? Actually, here's a good question for you guys. I was thinking of making a poll, and I might still do that. But what do you guys want in season 3? Because we're nearing the point where we ended season 1, which was 27 episodes. We're on episode 23, so we're getting close. What do you guys want to see in season 3? Do you guys want to see Mars? Do you guys want to see, like, I'm not going all the way to the alien planet, not quite yet. But we could do, like, a space, like, you know, living out of a meteor, or not a meteor, but an asteroid. Or we could do literally just living in the middle of nowhere. We could try and take over an enemy base and have that be our home. That'd be interesting. But the only main thing is that I want season 3, of course, to be different than season 2 and to be different from season 1. So if you guys can come up with cool ideas, I will be willing to take them into consideration. Nothing is too crazy. All right, let's see how much stuff we have. Looking over here, it looks like we have 142,000 iron. That's quite a bit. Not enough, but it's, well, it could be enough, actually. Let's take it back to base. That might just be enough. And I want to figure out how to get those nanites back up and running, because we definitely are going to need them to finish everything. Why am I moving so much? Okay, right here. What the heck? USS Woodburn, what are you doing? Get off there. That's not your spot. Alright, Woodburn, where are you at? There you are. Are the engines started? They are not. Let's start them. Now let's press P, and we're good to go. USS Woodburn, we're just going to kind of move you over here just for the time being. It's a temporary measure. Don't worry, we'll be moved back someday. There we go. And the Harvenator shall take its place. It's so hard to like put this into the... I guess it's because we're tilted. So it's kind of hard to move things. Okay, we should be lined up. No, we're not. We're almost lined up. And come on, we're pretty much there. There we go. Press P, and we should now be putting ores inside the refineries. Hurrah! That will allow our nanites to get back to work on making this stuff. Now, here's the other question, actually. We did have iron left over. Do we have cobalt? We do actually have some cobalt. That might not be enough cobalt forever. But I'm pretty sure, isn't cobalt what's required? Oh my gosh, look how fast this gets refined. That is insane. It jumped from like 10 to 16 to 25. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. I'm in heaven. Because we have 1 billion tons of iron. What do we need to do now? I think we need some... I think cobalt's what we need for the thing, for the metal grid, right? If I take a look, take a gander over here, it needs cobalt. Yeah, that is the thing. Although we do have cobalt, so I don't know why it wasn't making those. All right, I think we pretty much have enough iron to satisfy us for at least this episode, so that the nanites can go and build some stuff. It's time for the thing that I'm afraid of because I don't know how it's going to work out, but hopefully it turns out pretty well. So what we want to do now is create a crane, and not just a crane, but one that moves, because cranes have to move, obviously. So I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do this. I've got a couple of preliminary ideas. So imagine if we had a beam going from here to here. So all the way up, it's kind of like that beam right there, but it's on wheels. So it can move this way or the opposite way, which is this way. So we have that crane right there, and it's on wheels. And meanwhile, we have another crane that goes this way, and it's also on wheels, but it's on that other crane so that it can move this way and this way. And then meanwhile, somewhere on that crane, we have another piece of equipment that's also on wheels that can go down and up. I think that would be pretty cool. And it's got a landing gear on it so it could attach. That would be pretty awesome. I just don't really know how we're going to go about setting this up. But I do know that it's probably possible. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to take a little thinking break so that I can think and consider options. And then we're going to come back and we're going to make this thing. Okay, I think I've got an idea coming along, and I've kind of set up something to demonstrate. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a sort of beam like this. And it's going to go all the way down. We're going to delete that. It's going to go all the way down, and it's going to be these blocks. This is just to block what I'm going to put on top of it for now. So it's going to be a beam like this going all the way down, leaving a gap of about this space right here. And it's going to be on both sides, acting as a stationary rail. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go over here with these pieces. Oh, actually, you know what? How do I get... I want wheels on here, though. Okay, so there we go. I've brought it down a couple pegs here because I want to be able to add wheels. So we're going to use kind of like a roller coaster design where there's going to be a wheel facing down so that the wheel can go along this all the way down, if you can imagine a big rail there. And then we're going to have a wheel on this side as well, facing this so it can go down that way, just so that we don't, like, it doesn't run off or anything. And then we might even have a wheel on the inside. I haven't really decided about that one. But first what we're going to start with is the same thing we start with every single time. We're going to start with a little landing gear. A small landing gear. Oops, I think I clicked the wrong button. Small landing gear. And let's see if we can place it on top of here. Yes, we can. Okay, so we're going to have to angle this pretty much perfectly. That's looking pretty good. So we're going to put it right there. And we're going to make sure to build it up so that our thing doesn't go away. So see, it's actually connected there. So we don't have to worry about our structure falling over or anything like that. Then we're going to, and this is going to be a little bit weird, but we're going to start with this. I'm going to go out one, and this is where we're going to build it. Now I want to do something like, I got to make sure that the rail's big enough. So let's do a, I kind of want to do it. We could do a 2x2. Yeah, let's do a 2x2. So we'll have like a kind of a beam like this. Oops, I accidentally built that. Well, I can build these. It's fine. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're going to build these up right here. And there might be a lot of... this might be a bit interesting. I don't know. It might be fun or not to watch. We'll see. Just because I've never built anything like this that requires technical expertise or something like that. Okay, so we're going to get some wheels. We're going to go for the giant one right here. We'll place that right there. And we're going to see if we can get this to attach to that. So we're going to want the wheels to kind of come this way. Alrighty, okay, so that's a wheel. That is N wheel. Let's actually move it back a little bit, but at least we know that we can place it. So that's definitely a good sign. We're going to move it back one, though. Just to give it a little bit more space and make it more centered. So let's put this right here. What did we went out to, and we placed it on that. So place our wheel right there. Awesome. So we've got our first wheel. And I'm wondering if we want to do double-sided wheels. So have a wheel here and a wheel there as well. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. There's a lot of things I haven't decided about this design quite yet. Okay, there we go. We've got the second wheel, although I kind of want them to be even, so I'm going to probably move it this way. Let's do that. We're going to bring it. I think it probably only needs to go 2 that way, maybe? How far did you go out? Yeah, well, you had 2, so we'll go 2 this way. All right, there we go. So that's the basic design of one of our parts. So we've got the wheel on an extension over there. Then we got another wheel right here, which will act as kind of the back part. So when you go on a roller coaster, this is kind of what you see, is that there's wheel, and usually there's another one on the other side. But I think, you know, we might be fine without the other one. Although, I mean, it's not hard to add it. We just need to mimic that side right there. So I guess we might as well. Let's see what we can do to add that. Let's, because this is going to move in a little bit. We've got some room to go on this side, though, so I don't know. It'd be perfect if we could just kind of... Hang on, how much are you? 1, 2, wheel. You're only 1 and then wheel. So I could just play it safe and do... If I do 1 and then wheel, what does that look like? Or how does that work, rather? So let's flip it around. It's not like that. Like that. Could not place the wheel. Okay, well, let's go 1 more then wheel. 1 more wheel. Okay, wheel was able to be placed on that. That's not that bad then. I mean, we're gonna bring the wheel in on both sides, so because it can go up the suspension. So we're gonna bring it in so that it's pretty much directly on. So I'm not too worried. I like it. Okay, let's keep that, and then let's go and extend to the other side. So we're gonna have. To get to the other side, we're going to bring this. A 3. A core of 3. Oh no. Alright, let's montage our way over there. All right, we're to the other side. It's about time to start getting this one set up. So we're going to press number 9. We're going to put this one right there. That's looking good. Is that the wrong way? Was the other one facing down? I think it might have been. Yeah, it was. Okay, so let's flip it. I want it to be the same on both sides. Otherwise, I imagine bad things might happen. Okay, so wheel. We're going to flip it around. Wheel could not be placed. Oh, no. All right, well, we might have to live with it being the opposite way. I don't think it'll be that bad. I mean, the wheel's up there. We'll just bring it down with suspension, so it shouldn't be too terrible. Okay, let's bring this around again. So this comes around 2, I think, and then it comes over. And then like one more. Yeah, like that. This one as well comes around on this side. 1, 2. Okay, get out of my way, rock. There's some random rock that I'm stuck on behind me. And I think from here, it goes out 1 and then down, right? So number 9, like that. Yes, okay. Well, actually, that's not exactly what we wanted. Let's, yeah. We want it to be, we want it such that the suspension is facing the correct way so that we can tweak it. So like this. Wheel couldn't be placed. Okay, let's try the other way. It's a lot of trial and error with this, but I did expect that, so it's fair. Okay, so this one's looking good. Awesome. All right. Well, that's good. Let's see if we can place the other wheel. Where did we place the other wheel on this one? It was 1, 2, and then the third one off from the wheel area. So we'll go 1, 2, and then the third one off will be right there. Let's add the other wheel. Start with that way. Wheel could not be placed. Okay, let's go with the other one then. Flip it around. There we go. I'm just afraid that any time I do this, it's going to say wheel could not be placed for all of them, so we literally wouldn't be able to place the wheel, which would really suck. But, okay, this is looking good. Let's throw a control panel on it so that we can tweak it a little bit. Excuse me. Just in case we need to, which we do right now. Do we have a control? Yeah, we do. Number 5. We're just going to stick our control panel right here, and that requires things that we have. Good. And we're going to go into the wheel suspensions and change them a little bit. Let's first go and grab some small steel tubes and motors and large steel tubes so we can finish these up, and then we'll come back and tweak that just a wee bit. All right, here we are. Let's fix all these up, and we'll be ready to test it. I'm scared. Construction components, really? I didn't grab them. Ah, I think we're out of them too. That's okay. I think it can remain complete and we can still tweak it. Although I wouldn't like it that way, but whatever, it'll work. And I also don't think that this will cause any problems, that not being completely finished. Okay, there's another wheel, and we have one more wheel here, which might... There we go. Okay, so all of our wheels are done except for Uno. So let's get in here and place. So the first wheel that we placed down was this one right here. And we want it, I think, to go down a little bit on the suspension. So let's see if we can place it in a position such that we can see it while accessing that. It's going to be hard. That's one of the things I don't like about this, is that you have to access the menu here, but then you can't see what's behind it while you're tweaking the suspension, which kind of defeats the purpose of well, I mean, you can do it. It's just hard. We want to do height offset. Bring it down a little bit. And let's... Wait, hang on. Is it not that one? What wheel is that? It is that one, right? It's got to be that one. That's the first wheel we placed. Height offset. Okay. Let's do a propulsion override. Oh, we don't actually have any power, so it wouldn't work anyway, would it? Just making sure that none of them are running. Okay, well, let's do more height offset. Can we even change it without power? I don't know if you can, but let's go back down to the propulsion. Well, let's do a steer so that we can tell. Oh god, I hate this thing, man. It's like impossible to get it back to 0 once you've tweaked it. Okay, yeah, we can't change it, can we? Oh, it is changing. It's going up though. Okay, well, okay, so this one right here we want to go as far down as possible. So we'll give it the height offset there to let it go down. Yeah, you see, it's going down. Okay, so this right here, these are going to go down a little bit, aren't they? Let's go down just a wee bit, so it'll be down to here. That's not that bad though. Okay, looking pretty good. Are we ready to disconnect it and see what happens? I swear if this thing all breaks apart, it's going to be so bad. Okay, let's try it. 3, 2, 1. Hey, there we go. That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. Break these apart right here. And we're probably going to add some stuff to make it work a little bit better. But this should actually go along the path once we want it to actually drive. So if we destroy this and then just kind of move the path all this way up to about here or so, we should be good. The only thing is if we mess up and accidentally drop this off of this, there's no getting it back. We can't get it back up here. It's pretty much kaput. So we got to be very, very careful. All right, let me finish up this top part right here, and I'll get right back to you guys since I don't want to spend too much time on this. All right, there's one thing that I did not account for, and that's actually this tilting, because apparently when we drive it forward, it might tilt a little bit to one side. As you can see, it's kind of already starting to do. So one way we can solve this is by adding a sort of beam on the bottom here so that it doesn't have anywhere to tilt. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, here we go. Just a little bit of a wheel on the bottom to also guide it so that this thing doesn't actually tip over. And now that we have that as well, it's impossible for this to flip over without this coming up, and it will not come up because it's a wheel that's attached to the bottom unless this breaks off. But okay, let's create the final piece to the puzzle, which is going to be the mechanism that's going to move from this way to this way. And that mechanism is also going to have a little piston on the bottom that's going to be able to pick these up. So how do we want to do this? I'm thinking just the same way we did before with the landing gears. Flipped, though. Can we flip a landing gear? I guess we can place it like this and then just let it drop. That wouldn't be that bad, would it? So place it like that. There we go. It's dropped to the ground. We need some construction components. So let me go and get those, and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. We've kind of already got it set up a little bit. We've got the two wheels that I wanted, so kind of a two-wheel drive system, so it'll drive forward and backward like that. Now what I want to do is I kind of also want to mimic this on the bottom. So let's do that. Well, let's first mimic this up here as well. So bring these around this way. Just so we have like kind of a square thing, because squares are cool. And then we're going to bring this down as well. So I don't know how far we need to bring it down. Probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. All right, there we go. That's looking pretty good. So we've got this little kind of thing, and we'll tweak it a little bit. So we'll let it loose, and then we'll tweak this so that these are pretty much touching that, so we can go driving the whole way without worrying about anything. One other thing we need to do is we definitely need to have wheels on this side right here, because if we don't, this thing could slip off on any of the sides. So we need to add some sort of wheel that's going to be touching that. And this shouldn't be a problem because we already did something very similar to this on the other one. All right, here we go. Here's our little wheel mechanism. It looks a bit odd, but it's got the bottom wheels, it's got the top wheels, it's got the side wheels on both sides. And once we let it go, it shouldn't be able to do any sort of tilting. Well, it might be able to early on, but once we tweak it up a little bit, it shouldn't be able to do anything. In fact, before we let it loose, let's do a little bit of tweaking to those side wheels, which are going to be the last wheels that we added, numbers 10 and 11. We're going to tweak those just a little bit like that. Was that enough? That was that's enough. Okay, that's good on that side. And then the other one, we're going to do number 11. We're going to tweak it about the same way. Just so that it's closer to the side and we don't have to worry about... I mean, that's a little bit close, honestly, for both of them. So let's... Well, let me see. Let me inspect real quick. Space Engineers is notoriously fidgety. So if it's too close, sometimes these might just explode or something. I don't want that to happen, obviously. That would be bad. So let's go ahead and take number 11 and bring it back just a little bit so it doesn't do anything crazy. Okay, I think we're about ready to let this thing loose. So all we need to do is break this one piece right here. It should fall into place. That is something I did not take into consideration. Although actually I did. Those bottom wheels should be able to stop that from doing this weird tilt thing once we actually tweak them. So let's go ahead and do that. Make sure these are still aligned. And then we're going to tweak those bottom wheels up quite a bit to allow them to take over some of that pressure. Okay, bottom wheels are going to be the ones before 10 and... So 7 and 6. Let's tweak them at the same time because they're at the same height. Let's give them... We'll just slowly give them stuff until we see this thing start to really take its shape back. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's go down there and see what this is looking like. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's certainly not bad. I guess it would have been better if we had... well, I don't know. Should we bring the wheels up a little bit more and make them actually like fall in line? Let's do it. Let's take 7 and 6. We're going to bring them up just a little bit more. This is now the full tilt. So these should be pretty much on each other, which you can see that they kind of are. Can I push this? I'm not sure. I think once we get a battery on here, we can actually start driving it. It might fall into shape. Otherwise, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to build some more wheels on the front to make it a 4-wheeler instead of a 2-wheeler, which would then solve the issue. It's pretty much the same issue with this. I mean, the other thing we could do is, okay, here's, if we bring this all the way this way, it should start to kind of counterbalance it, right? There we go. You can see it trying to counterbalance a little bit. So we're just kind of adding weight over here to see what that does. And, yep, there we go. It's counterbalanced. And it shouldn't fall over again. Although, man, there's some room there that we could use. Yeah, it's going to have a little bit of tilting problems, but I think for now it's fine. Let's destroy some of these weights here and see if that helps things out a little bit. Just don't want to destroy this one. That would be bad. No. No, come back. Already back up to the thing. And it looks like, yeah, oh god, that's bad. It's, that's because we didn't tweak this one right here. Oh my god, that's not good. We might have to completely redo this particular machine, but at least we kind of know what we're doing now. Can I fly up and put it back on track? I'm gonna like, I don't know. I'm blanking on a movie reference here, but I feel like there's a movie where, oh, Superman. I can just be Superman and da-da-da. Bring it back up. No, that's not going to work. Well, this is attempt number 1. I think probably next episode we're going to finish this thing and actually get it working in the first half of that episode. So attempt number 1 was sort of a success. I mean, this thing seems like it'll be a success once we actually go with it. But the second part of it was kind of a bit of a failure. As you can see, it could have been better. But anyways, if you guys liked that episode, please hit the like button, put your comments and your suggestions down below in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Spin Hacks. No, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Space Engineers. See ya!